Okay, so the next one we talked about briefly a little bit before, but we want to find records that have been touched or have not been touched. So this is really helpful. If I've got when I first started in sales, they gave us 50 customers apiece, and they just came out of the accounting package, and basically the rule was you go try and drum up some business with these guys. Well, 3 or 4 weeks into it, I'd called some of them and hadn't called some of them, and I wanted to know, well, who haven't you called yet? Or I want to know, who did you call this week? And so that's basically a touched and untouched search that we can do inside of ACT. That search is under the lookup menu, lookup, and we have contact activity. And so if I want to find all the records that have not been changed, let's say since the first of this month, I can search for it that way. So ideally, if if your goal is to just filter out or just to find, or if your goal is to make sure that you call everybody frequently, now you know that you've got 187 people that you haven't called recently, and you can go try to call them. Now, what makes a record appear as touched in this list? Here's what'll do it. If you do a record history, and I, for example, mark that a meeting was held, meeting held, that should populate right here, the meeting held list. And so now that person is not going to show up. So let's say we want to go, so I didn't have a contact record, let me put that in. But let's say that, see, now I want to see, well, show me everybody that I have touched today. Or I want to say, show me everybody I have a meeting with, that I've had a meeting with today. I can right click on the last meeting field, set that to today. That should find everybody that is today, and there's just Mary. Also, if you go back to look up contact activity, and I want to say, show me all the records that were changed today, again, you'll find Mary that way, plus the other records that I've changed. So that's the touched and untouched search.